夏日さん、重ねてお伺いしますが、あなたは昨夜確かにこの部屋で後宮金蔵さんとお話ししたんですね。
Totem Bloom is the soundtrack that's playing. Alright guys, welcome back to some more Umineko, When They Cry. Now, between last part and this part, I did have homework, with writing down the truth and the blue truths, but honestly, there were so many red and blue truths, and it would have taken so much time out of me, you know, in the sense that I could just get so much farther if I kept reading, and besides, we're going to get more red truths now. We're going to get more red truths and blue truths now. So I was like, alright, let's just get this over with, right? I have time to record now. I'm in the middle of all this, right? Of all this exam period. Alright? I could spend my time writing red and blue truths now, or I could wait until, you know, this is over, and then I'll spend the necessary amount of time it will take for me to write down the red and blue truths. Which, if you include last parts and what's probably going to happen this part as well, it's probably going to be around 15 minutes to 20 minutes straight of me spending just writing down red truths and blue truths. So yeah, it's a struggle. So I've kind of let it be for now, and let's just read. Why not? All right. The red and blue truths are for the most part fresh in our minds, right? So yeah, I mean, the biggest reason to write down the red and blue truths is to remember them for the future, to use them to argue for things in the future, right? Because now, a lot of the red truths, especially as far back as episode 2 and 3, you know, not as hard, not as easy to remember as when they were first appeared, especially because it's been months since I played those episodes. So, yeah, but, you know, what happened last part is so fresh in my mind because I just read it yesterday that I'm good. I'm good right now. I can keep reading, you know what I mean? And I remember the red and blue truths freshly. But I'll of course write them down, alright? So there is my excuse for not having done my homework for last part. I'm focusing on doing real homework, not Umineko homework, alright? It's not even homework, it's just studying for exams. So yeah, I'm focusing on doing that instead. So, alright? Take it or leave it. Alright, so last part we had the fight between Erika's god people that she summoned in, the archbishops. We got to meet Dlanor, a Nox, who just keeps pushing out her Nox commandments, and with her also came some other inquisitors, also known as we had Gertrude, is how you said her name? Gertrude and wait, how do you say her name again? Crawleen, was it? I could just look up the character file. We just introduced them last part, so of course I'm not going to immediately remember all their names. Alright? Alright? Allow me. Oh, Cornelia. There you go. I think her name was Cornelia. I think so. So Cornelia and Gertrude, they're here. They're God's people. They're inquisitors, but they're only sent out in rare occasions. And when they're sent out, it's basically a death sentence, which is why Dlanor's name is also known as Death Sentence Dlanor, which is such a cool nickname, by the way. Death Sentence Dlanor. It's time to die. All right. And so they had a little scuffle back and forth, Beato and Death Sentence Dlanor, or Dlanor a Nox, and it seems like right now Dlanor has the you know, at the start Dlanor seemed to have the upper hand. Well, I mean, Beato was attempting to escape at the very beginning because she's like, I can escape because I can send the kings wherever I want. Then Dlanor came in with her Nox commandment, and now Beato's coming with her thieves to counter her blue truths to counter Dlanor. So it seems like Dlanor is on at a disadvantage here, but we all know the way that Dlanor wasn't, you know, She wasn't shaking a bit at all. She wasn't fudging at all when she was getting stabbed in by the blue stakes. So I'm sure Dlanor is going to have comebacks to send back at Beato. And now Erica's like, don't forget, Nazi. This isn't just a fight between witches and gods and archbishops. Me and you who are humans can also fight each other. So, Nazi, let me ask you again. Are you sure that last night you spoke with Ushima Kinzo-san in this room? And yeah, we're continuing off of that. Alright, let's go. Is she sure that she spoke with Kinzo in this room? Is she sure that Kinzo was in this room? Yes. Alright, and one about the series is that you're talking to him on through a telephone. Were you talking to him through a phone, right? Did you give him a phone call, or did you talk to him directly, face to face? Yes, I've said repeatedly that I reported the day's events to him and bid him good night. Fair enough. Is this Kinzo-san you speak of the same Ushima Kinzo-san we are all thinking of? It isn't a different person or thing with the same name, is it? Again, good question. I'm not really sure what you mean. Nazi, you need to get on a detective's level. If Kinzo's name can be passed on, then you could have lied about that. Yeah? Alright, that doesn't mean you were here alone delivering your report directly to the wall of the study and addressing it as father, does it? By the way, Nazi is one of my biggest suspects before the start of episode 5. After the question arcs, Nazi is one of my top 3 suspects, along with Shannon and Jessica. Now, it's basically gone. I have now almost no suspicion of Nazi. I genuinely don't think it's Nazi anymore. The more we go along, the more innocent Nazi seems to me. That's just me though. She may be lying about Kinzo's disappearance, but I don't think she'll go around killing people. I think Nazi is innocent. So I've said this before last part and stuff, but I'm making it official now. I think Nazi is innocent. I don't think she's the one doing the killings. As in innocent of being the culprit. I don't think she's innocent of hiding Kinzo, but she's innocent of killing people. She's innocent of killing her own daughter, of course. So yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think. I think Eva is also probably innocent in the sense that she isn't Beato. She's Eva Tiche. You know what I mean? She's killed people in the past, which is weird, in episode 3. I think she killed people in episode 3, including Battler, but I don't think she's the main culprit of everything. Does that make sense? I think there's another main culprit. And post episode 4, post the question arcs, I suspected, other than Nazi, I also suspected Jessica and Shannon. Now, Jessica's looking mighty dead right now. And you have my whole Shannon theory, which I came up with after posting the original top 3 culprit discussion thing. But the Shannon theory falls apart considering Kanon and Shannon have been together so much. So I think Shannon could still be the culprit. I'm not giving up on that, but I think the way I went about my theory is false. I think it's inaccurate. I think there's some revisions I have to make. And but I think Shannon. There's a chance Shannon isn't involved, but I do think Kanon is involved. Does that make sense? So I think Shannon might be innocent. I don't want to go after Shannon too hard here. But Kanon is hella weird. I don't understand Kanon. Joined in as a servant 3 years ago and all that. Of course, we've talked plenty about how his body keeps disappearing, but we don't need to talk about that now. We've also talked about how he's suspiciously the first to arrive in multiple murder scenes, like in episode 1 especially, and now as well. He was the one that ripped the paper to Genji's, you know, him and Kumasawa, I guess. But Kumasawa could be an accomplice. Kumasawa has her own suspicions going on, especially because her magic version is Virgilia. So I don't trust Kumasawa anyway. And we know Kumasawa is capable of flying through Nazi, the way she is with Nazi. Kanon is a very, very heavy suspect. He was the one that ripped the paper that is marked Frederica Byrne Castle on the way to the servant quarters, and that's where we found Genji's dead body, right? Genji's dead body isn't there anymore, it's disappeared. Kanon could have easily lied about seeing Genji's body there, and that Genji's body disappeared from there. So I think Kanon is involved. I think at this point I am almost certain Kanon is involved. I'm not gonna go right in that he's the culprit, but he's involved. He's weird. I mean, we gotta get something cleared up from Kanon. And Kanon has had this really close relationship with Shannon, so that's why I'm wondering what the dynamic is there, and how does that play into the conversations that they both had with Beato in past episodes, especially in episode 2. In episode 2, I remember Shannon having a conversation with Beato, where Beato shunned her a lot for being furniture. You're just furniture, Shannon, you're furniture. And then there was the whole thing where Beato planted seeds for Kanon to, you know, for the romance between Kanon and Jessica. There was the whole school incident with Kanon and Jessica. And I'm wondering what that sort of dynamic is there between Beato, Shannon, and Kanon, and how does that work? How did they all play into this? But there is a chance Kanon is the secret culprit, and Shannon is aware of it, and is trying to stop Kanon or something like that. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't think it's Nazi. That's the main. That's the most important part right now. I think I'm ruling out Nazi of being the culprit. Personally, I think Nazi is innocent. I don't think it's impossible for Nazi to be the culprit, of course, but I do think that the way Lambda has set up this game as the game master, she's made Nazi seem very suspicious on purpose. I feel like she has turned the suspicion all towards Nazi. I think the real culprit is kind of benefiting from this, even though in previous episodes it doesn't seem like that's what the culprit was doing. The game plan for previous episodes for the culprit was never to pin the suspicion on someone else so that they can get away with it. The culprit never, I feel like, planned to get away with the murders. I feel like the culprit has always planned to kill themselves along with everyone else in the end for some reason. But anyway, let's keep going. Was he in this room as well? Father is father. He is in good health, and I most certainly gave him a report and said good night to him in this room last night. I'm not trying to trick you or talk my way out of anything. Alright, so Kenzo is Kenzo. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with Kenzo hasn't passed his name on. Right? Kenzo hasn't passed his name on to anybody. Nobody can impersonate Kenzo. Right? Nazi cannot be lying here about Kenzo being Kenzo. And she's not talking to a wall either. I'm gonna stick with that from now on. So any theory that is made, I think has to follow that Nazi did actually talk to Kenzo. But she has not confirmed that Kenzo was in the room when she was talking to him. So that's still a possibility. That's open. Fukushoyoku! Repetition requested! This is weird. Repetition requested in the human world. This feels weird. If you aren't tricking or deceiving us in any way, you should be able to repeat my words. Fukusho yoku! I'll repeat whatever you want. Fukusho!
副将よ
Oh, she did it! Fukusho yoku! Fukusho! Nah, the way she points her finger though, that's not... Battler with his Phoenix Wright foes. His Phoenix Wright is undefeated. Sorry, Erika. But hey, nice finger pose. Nice, I mean, good attempt. But Battler's to go. Fukusho yoku! That's legendary. Alright, repetition requested.
後ろ宮夏日は昨夜23時この部屋で後ろ宮金蔵と確かに同室して
Where he was also present. Ooh.
私後ろ宮夏日は昨夜23時
Okay.
この部屋で後ろ宮金蔵と
Oh!
確かに同室して会話しました
I, Ishima Natsu, at 11 o'clock last night, spoke with Ishima Kinzo in this room where he was also present. That's wild. Good.
では最後にお聞きします
Thanks. So we're confirming that Kinzo was in this room.
まさか夏日さん
I mean, she's confirming. She's claiming that, but she could have gone away with it if she. But she could have left the room with Kinzo. I was gonna say if she's confirming that, that means Kinzo must have been in this room. But what if she talked with Kinzo at 11 in this room, but then Kinzo also followed her to her room, maybe? You know what I mean? Or somewhere else in the mansion, and then Eva put the receipt there, but Kinzo was already out of the room by the time Eva put the receipt there, so Kinzo's already out. He wouldn't have needed to open or close the study.
その後に金蔵さんが窓から放り出して自ら窓を閉めて施錠した
Not gonna take offense to that.
それでも筋が通っちゃいますね
Alright. Nazi-san, you didn't do anything such as throwing Kinzo-san out of the window after your conversation and locking the window behind him, I presume? Because everything still makes sense if you did.
どうして私から追い出さなくてはならないのですか
Why would I send father out the window? Out through the window.
子供ありますグローリの子供あります
It's so weird having a detective-oriented person that's just thinking about this from detective POV, and someone who actually has human emotions that cares about her father go like, why would I throw my father out through the window? This is intolerable. What are you talking about?
緊急謹んで申し上げたてます
Yeah, her name is Gertrude. Yeah. For your attention, I beg to inform you of the following.
夏日を指す金蔵とは後ろ宮金蔵以外のいかなるものも意味しない
In red. See, this is why I didn't do my homework last part, because we get more red now that I'm going to need to write down later. So it's like, alright, Gertrude and Cornelia are coming in with their red truths. The Kinzo Nazi mentions refers to nothing other than Ishima Kinzo.
緊急謹んで申し上げたてます夏日は書斎にて23時に金蔵と対面したことを主張するものなり
Nazi claims that she was face to face with Kinzo in the study at 11 p.m. Now, this red truth is interesting because this red truth says Nazi claims, not that Nazi was. Nazi claims that she was face to face with Kinzo in the study at 11 p.m. That doesn't mean that Nazi was face to face with Kinzo in the study at 11 p.m. Which means that Kinzo didn't necessarily need to be face to face with Nazi at 11 p.m. in the study. Kinzo could have been out of the study, yet still alive, but just not talking with Nazi. Or talking with Nazi, but not in the study. And for some reason, Nazi's claiming this instead of claiming that she talked with Kinzo through the phone for some reason. Ah! Nazi let out a cry, but it was too late. She had completely risen to their provocation. The blue wedge to the foot representing a telephone discussion. Yeah, it's gone. The blue wedge to the neck representing the study itself being called Kinzo. Done. Gone. The blue wedge to the gut representing Nazi herself being called Kinzo. Gone. The blue wedge to the thigh representing Nazi letting Kinzo escape out of the window and locking it afterwards. Gone. The four of them shattered with the sound of thin glass. Now, there is still one more theory that you need to confirm though, I feel like. Because Nazi, the one who knew the truth, had denied them, those denials had gained the power of the Red Truth! Wow, okay. Despite Kinzo's absence from this locked room, Beato had introduced 5 ways that Kinzo could still exist. There's still one more that doesn't shatter Beato's theories, I feel like. Nazi had carelessly destroyed the premises behind 4 of those herself. Only one wedge remained. In other words, this was the last blue truth which could bury the contradiction of Kinzo existing in the study at 11 o'clock but not existing there later after it had become a locked room. Which is that he left the room with Nazi. Right? There was only the theory that pierced Dlanor's chest. Kinzo is hiding somewhere in this room. That too! But what's wrong with the theory that Kinzo left the room with Nazi and Eva saw Nazi leaving the room, not Kinzo, and then put the receipt there? That way, right? Because think about it. Nazi claims that she was the last person to see Kinzo at 11 p.m. But does that work in saying that, okay, that doesn't mean that she hasn't seen Kinzo after 11 p.m. She could have seen Kinzo at a point after that, but claimed that the last time she saw Kinzo at 11. Are we supposed to think that she met him at 11, that is the last time she met him? Alright, then what's wrong with the theory that Kinzo got out of the room with Nazi, and that was the last time Nazi saw him? Maybe Nazi didn't see him leaving the room, Nazi only saw him in the study, but Kinzo left the room at the same time as Nazi did. Eva saw Nazi coming out, but didn't see Kinzo going out, put the receipt there, and therefore, but because Kinzo's already out, Kinzo's already good. Why is that theory not valid? I don't get it. With this theory, even if Kinzo wasn't present in this locked room of a study, he could exist, quote unquote, here. If this wedge of Satan's were to be crushed, the chances of escaping this room would become hopelessly dim. Hang on, Satan, you're still in there. There's no escape from death sentence, Dlanor. Dlanor slowly grasped the final wedge, which still pierced her chest. Her vice-like grip seemed to be causing Satan intense pain, as though all the bones in her body were being broken. Get wrecked. All that remains is this one wedge. It was about Kinzo hiding somewhere in this room, correct? Oh! And clues can't be hidden from the detective. And if clues can't be hidden from the detective, that means Kinzo can't be hiding in this room, despite it being a devil's proof. Is that what you're about to say? Is that what you're about to say? You can't hide clues from the detective. Is that what you're about to say? If even I haven't found him, just where do you suggest he's hiding? With the final wedge still sticking out of her chest, Dlanor slowly approached Beato. If this wedge was taken out, then... Allow me to ask, just where in this study is Kinzo hiding? Right, Beata can keep arguing that she doesn't need to prove it because it's devil's proof, and she doesn't need to explain how. She just needs to say it, and they're the ones that have to prove that he's not here. But they can't because it's a devil's proof. Unless they use it by truth. Maybe he's under the bed? They've checked under the bed. That possibility was searched and voided. She doesn't need to. Maybe he's in the bathtub. They've already searched there. But also, Beto, you know you don't need to explain it, right? That's the whole point of the blue truth, of the devil's proof. You go like, alright, he's hiding something in this room. I don't need to explain. I have no need to explain. Why? What's wrong? If the detective has searched everywhere, doesn't that mean that Kinzo can't be hiding somewhere in this room? You can't be hiding from the detective, can you? Searched and voided. Inside the closet, under the desk, behind the curtains. Man, I have so much homework to do. The last part and this part. There's so many blue and red shoes coming out. Ah, so much to write down. Alright. Searched and voided. 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 And she's making a cat face. Look at those lips. Look at that. Look at that shape. She's smiling. Cat face. Umineko, after all, it's called Umineko. Voided, voided, voided. Under the carpet, under the floor, inside the sofa, inside the chair. Inside the walls! Behind the bookshelf, behind the closet. Alright. And then she starts going, those two, alright, fine. And then she goes, under the carpet. What? Under the floor, huh? Above the ceiling, behind the wallpaper, inside the sofa, inside the chair, inside the bed, inside the blankets, inside the walls, inside a rock, inside a stone, inside the room. Inside the... Oh my god, oh my god. What? What just happened? What's going on? Death? Boy dead. Boy dead. Boy, boy, boy. Death, death, death. Boy, 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 boy. Death, 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 death. Die the death. Sentence to death. Great equalizer is the death. What is she talking about? Sentence to death? Hey yo! Boy, 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 dead, dead, dead. Not even inside the room? You won't allow it at all? Dang. That's rough, Beato. Ah. Oh, she's smashing through. Here we go. Wow. No locations would work against Dlanor by this point. I mean, she said inside the room, and that was void dead. Void death. Get it? Cause void dead. Dead. Death. Haha. Haha. Dead. 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 I mean, inside the room didn't work, so nothing else will work, right? That was voided. The Dlanor took Beato's final desperate onslaught head on, turning everything back with the far stronger power of denial. And Beato's eyes as well. She's tired. She's tiring. She's struggling, not gonna lie to you. Smack them down! Beat them down with overwhelming force! I hope this isn't another one of Beato's tricks where she comes in laughing at the end like, I got away from you! I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if Beato has another plan. No longer is there any place in this study for Kenzo to escape to. Beato's blown back like a leaf dancing in the wind. Knocked around over and over again like an empty can lying on a road. Yeesh. By now, no matter how many times Beato used the blue truth, he wouldn't be able to defeat Dlanor's red truth. So, Nazi carved her own grave. But you are one yourself. I mean, you're a human, but you're the human version of a witch yourself. What? Voided? Oh! Oh, dang. Erika coldly delivered these decisive words to Beato, who was crawling on the ground. Hey Beato, I'm just saying, if this was battle, he would have succeeded. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. He would have done much worse. Let's not lie to ourselves. Oh! But this is not in red. Why not? I was gonna say Detective's Authority. Isn't that in red? Last time she went Detective's Authority in red, but this time she's not. Okay, okay, not this time. That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking, right? Because you're the detective, you can't hide this stuff from you. If Kinzo was hiding this room and you, the detective, searched through this room and Kinzo wasn't there, that means Kinzo can't be there, right? That's what it means to be a detective. That's what I thought. The detective has that authority, right? I've exercised that right. Therefore, I can say this. Kinzo-san is not inside this room. And that is checkmate, Beatrice-san. Alright, Beato, any comeback? Here we go! Here we go! I have to think of that. All it takes is the presence of this room, and a deduction like that becomes trivial for Frudo Erika. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, say it! Say the line, Bart! Say the line! Say the sentence! Your catchphrase, I love it so much. Go on, say it. All it takes is the presence of this room and... Woo! Woo! Yeah! Your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? Ah, I love it so much. Yeah! All it takes is the presence of this room, and a deduction like this becomes trivial for Frudo Erika. Your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go. Let's go. Glass break. At these words, the final wedge shattered, and at the same time, the pitch black gate which was about to open shattered once again. This time, the warp portal had been completely destroyed. No longer would Kinzo be permitted to exist in this room or escape from it. Mother. Soundtrack. Beato struggled to her feet, but that was the best she could do. She no longer had the energy to fight. She had taken all the denying the red head-on from close range. It was all she could do to withstand the pain, which was so strong it felt like she'd vomit up all her insides. Even Beato, who had held a monopoly on the title of strongest and most evil witch of all this time, couldn't do a thing against a witch hunter. No matter how sturdy a sandcastle you build on the beach, it can never win against the rising tide.
金蔵やっぱ相手が悪い
Sorry, Kinzo. She really is too tough for me.
ベアトリーチェ感謝するぞ。恨み残りし私のためによくぞここまで戦ってくれた。
You fought so hard for me despite your lingering grudge. You know what would be big brain, big awesome play right now? If Battler came up, stood up, and came in to defend Nazi. Ah, that would be awesome. Come on. It's your aunt. Well, aunt-in-law. Come on. You'd stand up for her, right? I mean, you don't want her to be a bad person, right? You would like to think that, you know, she's doing the best for the family in her own way, right?
四季を悟ると走馬灯が見えるってのは本当らしいね。そなたの若かりし日々の面影を思い出してしまったぞ。
Ho ho, young Kinzo.
腹が立つくらいバトラに似ておったな。
Battler the goat.
私の魂、そして当主の資格も今やすべてバトラが受け継いでおるわ。
These are words Kinzo never said before now in any episode. Man, Lambda, your interpretation of what's going on is wild.
もはや何の未練もなし。
I no longer have any regrets. This is a very different Kinzo from episode 4. I'll tell you what. Kinzo in episode 4 would have never said this about Battler. Never, 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 never. Battler failed the test and Kinzo's like, Battler is useless, yo. Battler's incompetent. But I guess that was kind of Beato's interpretation too. Maybe Beato kind of saw Battler as useless and incompetent herself. Who knows? I mean, she did say it in red, so I mean, I guess that's what Beato thinks. But Lambda's trying to, you know, view things differently. Huh?
バトラ
Yeah?
すまぬ。
That's me.
そなたと再び戦おうと誓いながらこの程度で手じまいとは無念だ。
Though I swore to fight with you once again, I must settle my accounts with something like this. How pitiful. How about you stop being a doll then? Not in this meta world, in the secondary meta world where you're a doll and doing nothing. You know, that version of you can fight. If you actually tried. Batter? Oh my god. I was kind of being, you know, a little. I wasn't being fully serious when I said that Batter should fight for Nazi. Will Batter actually stand up for Nazi here? Will he actually counter Erika? Will he attempt? Will he attempt that? To Beato, it seemed as though Batter had met her gaze. Oh. There was no way he could have. Yeah, nah. This Battler was the peace Battler. There was no way he could see Beato in this higher level world. But Erika can! Because she's the detective or whatever that means. However, his eyes really did meet hers. Even though they couldn't have, Beato was sure they did. As Erika, Eva, and the others closed in on Nazi, questioning her over and over, Bato's gonna stand up for Nazi? I was being half serious! But is he actually gonna do it? Only Battler stood apart from that tumult. No way, Battler. You're my goat. You're my goat if you're gonna stand up for Nazi here. His expression held none of the enthusiasm and excitement that the other humans had. It just piercingly and coldly surveyed the scene. And the expression on his face was a quiet displeasure, anger. Battler doesn't want to suspect one of his family members. There's no way. He wasn't feeling compassion for Nazi because her lie was about to be exposed. No. Exactly. Like, that's the thing. I don't, you know, I've kind of seen Battler here. You know, I don't think Nazi's the culprit, but I know she's lying about what's happening with Kenzo. I mean, she is lying. I mean, she can cope all she wants. She's also the one that threw the baby 19 years ago. That's also true, right? And now that I think about it, there was a Nox commandment about how the culprit can't be someone that is introduced later on in the story. It can't be someone that's introduced in episode 5. And as far as I know, there was no mention of Nazi having a secret child 19 years ago in episode 1 at all. And there was no hints to it. I don't remember any of that. There might have been hints to it, but it wasn't properly introduced to us, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, there might have been a line there that subtly, but also so subtly alluded to it. However, now that I think about it, that baby 19 years ago could not have been Nazi's. Could not have been that baby cannot be the culprit that has come back for revenge. I think the culprit, or even the person that is giving Nazi these phone calls, if there is someone giving Nazi these phone calls, I think that person is someone that we've known since episode 1, one of the 18 or whatever that we know that is a character that if he's well established that we know of, that is giving either Nazi that phone call and that knows about what happened 19 years ago, knows the story behind it. Maybe they got that story from Kenzo, or maybe Nazi told them at some point. I don't know. Nazi hasn't even told her husband about it, so I wonder how else this person would know. And again, if we go by that, then it surely has to be. I mean, yeah. So I want to say that I think whoever's giving Nazi the phone calls, if there is someone giving Nazi phone calls, and what we saw there was real, then I think it's someone we already know and is well established, and not some random 19th baby that's come out of nowhere. Anyway, Battler. However, he couldn't forgive Erika, who was simply enjoying the intellectual. I know that's not what that word means in this context, but I can't say it. The intellectual that of cornering Nazi, it doesn't feel good to say. Alright, I hate that. I don't like the word. Okay, or any of the people going along with her. Alright. So he can't even enjoy it ever going along with that enjoyment. Then he whispered softly,
ダメだ。
ダメだぜ! Let's go! Let's go! ダメだ。全然ダメだ。Beata and the others definitely heard that. ダメだ。ダメだぜ。全然ダメだ。Let's go.
バトラーはまさかこの劣勢をひっくり
Battler's my goat. Battler's my goat. He's my goat. He may be incompetent, but he's my goat. Let's go. Main character.
ありし日の私のだろうな。
Back in the day. I'm too old now. I'll leave it to Battler. He's the successor.
そしてバトラならできるであろう。
That's right. He's my goat. That's my goat. He's him. Battler's him.
バトラー
Battler.
バトラよ。私より全てを受け継ぎし男であるならば、今こそその証を示せ。黄金の魔女伝説をこんなところで終わらせるな。
Man, Lambda's really enjoying this. What's going on here, right?
私は昨夜確かにここでお父様に会いました。確かにです。そして後宮家の栄光ある歴史とそれを担う責任の重さについて。
It's true that I met father here, and he spoke to me of the Ushima family's glorious history, as well as the burden of bearing it. Now, I wonder how Battler's gonna argue. Is he arguing in a similar line of what I did, that maybe Kinzo left the room with Nazi and Eva didn't see Kinzo? Or is he going to use a different line of argument?
もうその嘘は暴かれているんです。
Come on, Battler. My go. Alright, let's see what he's got.
あなたが昨夜一人でこの部屋にいたことはもう分かってるんです。
You already know that you were alone in the stream last night. I was half serious earlier when I said that I hope Battler, or Battler should join into the defend Nazi. But if he really is, I can't wait to see what he says.
そろそろ諦めて告白に入ってもらえませんか？犯人の往生際の悪さとミステリーの出来の悪さは比例するんです。
What?
最後くらいこれがちょっとはマシな三流ミステリーだったことを証明してください。
But she's not the culprit, Erika. Are you insane? Nazi's not the culprit. She's hiding Kinzo. I agree, but she's not the culprit. She's not the one that has been killing people. No. Why would she kill her own husband? And I mean, we don't know if Cross is dead or not yet. But why would she kill her own daughter and kidnap her husband? That makes no sense. You have not explained that whatsoever, Erika. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have not properly explained how Nazi can be the culprit. You've only explained that Nazi is the one that was hiding Kinzo and lying about hiding about Kinzo in this room. And even if you have, even if you think you have, I think Batter might have something up his sleeve to have Nazi get away from it here. Let's see. Even maybe what I said earlier about Batter being better than Beato, that might actually be true. There might be some truth to that. Say it. Say the line. This line is probably even better than Erika's line. I think it is better than Erika's line of all it takes is the presence of this locked room. Nah. This line. Dame da ne. Sensen dame da. Say it. Say it. Sensen dame da. Sensen dame da. Say it. Yes. 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 Dame da ze, bro. No good. No good at all. No. Batter. Their soundtrack playing. Let's freaking go. Batter, who had been silent off by himself up until then, finally spoke. Mr. Successor to the Ushiyama family. Speak your truth. Go on. That's my goal. Go on. At first, it sounded as though he was attacking Nazi. However, when Erika realized he was glaring directly at her, her expression visibly clouded with displeasure. Exactly what is dame da ne? Listen up, here's the story about a little man. His name is Battler. I'll be grandfather for you. What? Battler? Are you saying you'll become Kinzo-san to reenact his disappearance from this room? I mean, it's not a checkmate. Checkmate if it can be denied, don't you think? A checkmate is not a checkmate if it can be denied. It was you prematurely called checkmate when it was only check. Baka shit? Nah, no, it's not. Third-rate detective, huh? I love how I love how I was hyping up Erika earlier, going like, I love her line, yeah, let's go Erika, and now I'm hyping up Batter. Guys, like I'm at the end of the day, I am neutral, by the way. Overall in this neutral. I don't, like I said, I don't feel compassion for Nazi, as in the sense that I don't hope that she wins, but I also don't necessarily hope that Erika and Eva's side wins. You know what I mean? I'm kind of neutral in this God versus witch battle. At the end of the day, right? So I'm kind of hyping up both because I want both to win. You know, I can't. It's weird. Feelings are conflicted, basically. What is this man saying? He's entered the meta world. Let's go. That's my guy. He's entered the meta world. Hey, new girls, Gertrude, Dlanor, and Cornelia. There we go. See, if I keep saying their names, I'll remember them eventually. See. Is this your first time here, idiots? Nah, you don't know what's going on. Baka. That was premature. Erika's a new girl as well. That's premature. Ayo, Battler. Alright, I'll drag you down to my level and beat you with experience. Wasn't that a whole quote? Don't underestimate. I think it was a quote going along the lines of, "Don't underestimate." I'm gonna revise it though. Don't underestimate incompetence. I'll drag you down to my level and beat you with experience. I've done this for 4 dang episodes now. This is the 5th time. I know what I'm doing. You all don't know anything about this game. ダメだぜ。あ、
本当にダメだな。
本当にダメだな。
どういうことだバトラー。お前が親父になるだと。
You're gonna be that?
ああ、
Yeah.
再現してやるぜ。俺がじい様になってこの部屋から消え去る。
I'll become grandfather and disappear from this room.
扉も窓もアウトやで。どうやって
You can't use the windows or the door. How are you gonna do it?
隠し扉の場所が分かったんですよ。
We know there isn't. Did you find where the hidden door is? Come on, Gora. Come on.
私たちにはさっぱり。さっぱり。
You don't have a clue. Yes, not a clue. Russell. That sound wasn't just the noise of the onlookers fidgeting. It was a provocative chill that went up Erica's spine.
気に入りました。そうですね。あなたは当主の腕輪を持つ後ろ宮家次期当主。
That's right. Look at my finger. Alright, see this ring? That's right. That's me.
金蔵さんの代役を務める資格は十分あるでしょう。見せてもらおうじゃないですか。
Let's hear your deduction. Alright. Erica's expression was no longer a challenging smile. He was malicious, extremely displeased. She couldn't conceal her anger at having her most pleasurable moment ruined.
どうやってここから藁を立つ。
How will he get us out of here?
やめたわ。なるほど。その手が残っておったか。
I see, so that may be still available.
今頃気づいたかクソじじい。
Kuso GG.
隠し扉だのベッドの下に隠れただの。情けない話だから開けてくれ。俺たちは天下御免の後ろ宮金蔵の話をしてるんだぜ。
In the floor. Above the ceiling.
痛快かつ豪快な答えは出てこねえのかって。
There's got to be a more thrilling and exciting answer.
まったくだ。自らのこととはいえ、私にも思いつけなかったとは情けない。そして、我が血族がこれだけ揃い、私を理解しているのが、6年を経て帰ったバトラーだけ
This is so weird.
情けない。
Kinzo's never been this accepting of Battler and this proud of him in this sense. This is extremely weird. It makes no sense.
バトラー、私の代役であるぞ。
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild.
無様な真似は見せるな。
Do not disgrace my legacy. Alright. Now I want to know what Kinzo's true personality is. Because I feel like it's neither this nor the one we've seen in the first 4 episodes so far. These are just different interpretations of his personality, I feel like, at this point. I want to know what Kinzo's truly like. What sort of person was he actually? You know what I mean? I don't feel like we've gone who Kinzo really was in any of these episodes. Now I don't know what to think anymore about him. Alright.
おうじじい。後ろ宮家当主の貫禄ってやつを客どもに教えてやるぜ。
I'll teach these guests what the majesty of the Shirome family head is all about.
何をなさるおつもりですか、お父様。
ナツ、ベアタリーチェ、見ているがいい。後ろ宮家当主とはどういうものか教えてやる。
バトラー、何をしてみせるつもりだ。
何もできるわけがないです。
Oh, you think?
この部屋は完全な密室なんですから。
Ah, premature claim.
夏山さん、こっちへ来てくれ。
Come over here. Listen to me. I'm the head now.
そして今から話す通りに動いてくれ。
Oh yeah, I'm the head now, so I'll tell you how I want you to move. First, give me head, cause I'm the head. Alright, wait, what? Sorry, what? Yeah, sorry, I just needed 5 seconds of silence after what I just said a second ago there. 5 seconds ago. Anyway, moving on. Battler, Battler called Nazi over to the window. Oh, that's where you like it, Battler. Okay, sorry. And whispered something to her with his back towards the other. Okay. Yeah.
ミス・ドラノール、万が一はありませんよね。この部屋から金蔵と魔女を取り逃すようなことはありえませんよね。
Mr. Dlanor, it is impossible for the Kinzo and the witch to slip out of this room, correct?
無論です。ガートルード、コーネリア、そしてエシュタイン。密室の封印は完璧か、今一度確認するのです。
Double check that the seal of this locked room is perfect.
金系、慎んで申し上げ立てまつる。我らの結界は完璧なり。
For your attention, I beg to inform you of the following. Our barrier is perfect.
金系、隠し扉はなく、扉からも窓からも逃れることかなわず。衛士隊はバトラが結界を破りしとき、躊躇なく矢を放ちたまえ。
Guards, if Battler breaks through the barrier, fire arrows without hesitation.
シエスタ隊、了解であります。バトラ様、お覚悟を。
Battler, someone prepare yourself. Alright.
この部屋から脱出なんて不可能です。
Escaping from this room is impossible.
でも、あいつはやる。
But he'll do it, yeah.
どうやって
How?
根拠がなくてもやり遂げると確信できる。それが後ろ宮の当主ってもんに。
He certainly can succeed even without any basis. That's what it means to be the Ishiromiya head. Yeah?
ですが、見せてもらいましょうか。
Let's watch.
ええ、
Alright, they're all watching.
リーチェの対戦相手の貫禄ってやつをね。
The majesty of each's opponent. Alright. Here we go.
では、
Oh, Endless Nine! Here we go. Great soundtrack. Then I'll begin. Everyone nodded and watched Battler's every move. Alright.
じいさまである俺はこうしてベッドで横になり、
Uh-huh.
夏日おばさんの一日の報告とやらに相槌を打っていた。
Uh-huh. Battler laid down on the bed himself. As if it still mattered now, Erica grumbled about disturbing the crime scene. But don't listen to her! But nobody's listening! Told you everything loud and clear, but nobody's listening! Oh, as if it still mattered now. They said who? They said who? Erica goes, huh? And they said cares. Who cares? This is amazing.
そして俺は返事をしなくなり、
Don't disturb the crime scene. Shut up. Shut up, girl. Alright.
まあどうせ長話に飽きて寝たふりでもしたんだろうぜ。
I stopped answering and fell asleep. Well, realistically speaking, I'll probably get tired of all that talking and only pretend to be asleep. There is one more theory, actually. There is one more theory I have, actually. I have one more theory. I have one more theory before Battler takes his. What if, right? Rudolph climbed up to the study. Rudolph met Kinzo. Here we go. Hear me out. I just spontaneous theory here before Battler makes his theory. Rudolph met eyes with Kinzo. Then Rudolph looks out to the courtyard and is like, Kinzo's not here. He lies. Rudolph is in on this. He lies to the others and goes, yeah, Kinzo's not here. The others go, alright. And then Rudolph says, alright, tells the others in the courtyard, alright, listen, I'll open the I'll open the door to the study, so you guys go over, alright? And then the others left, and while the others were leaving, Rudolph helped Kinzo get down the ladder, right? And I mean, this theory works if two things, right? One, this theory works it could work in two ways. Nobody was holding the ladder from below, so Rudolph must have been holding the ladder from above. Maybe that can work. I don't know. I'm not a ladder expert, but devil's proof. You cannot prove that this didn't happen. From above, Kinzo went down on the ladder, and he escaped, right? And the ladder's still there right now. Let's say, can you check that there's a ladder outside the window? Right now, because Rudolph was the one that broke in. And then Rudolph unlocked the door to the study, where everyone stormed in, and eventually the people from the courtyard also stormed in. Second way this could work is if almost everyone in the courtyard left, but only one person remained. Let's say, I don't know, not Hideyoshi, Hideyoshi was up, Kirie remained, right? And everyone else left, right? And Kirie remained to help hold down the ladder, and Kinzo went down, boom, escape. And then Kirie can now gone back to the others here in the study. Can you confirm that the ladder isn't out the window right now? You know what I mean? Can we confirm that Kinzo could have gone out right now with Rudolph helping him out? Rudolph could have been in on it. I'm just saying. I think Battlers theory is going to be different than using Rudolph, but that is another theory that could work if Rudolph was in on it. The only issue is, again, you know, getting out from the study. I mean, but still, with the ladder intact and safe, despite everyone, the people who were holding it down from below, which were I think it was Kanon and Gora. I mean, they're not holding it down anymore, so Kinzo must have gone down despite them not being there anymore. But okay, that's not really a very flashy escape. So let's see what Battler's escape thought is. But that's still a valid theory, I think. I think it's a valid theory. But let's see what Battler has to say. I'll probably get tired of all that talking and only pretend to be asleep. You know me too well. Kinzo's bond with Battler this episode is weird. It doesn't feel genuine. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's nothing like in previous episodes. Kinzo's never treated Battler like this in previous episodes. He's only seen Battler as an incompetent loser in previous episodes. So, I don't know. I don't trust this. But okay, let's keep reading anyway. I see that father is going to sleep, bow silently, and leave. Natsu lowered her head to Battler, who was still lying down in the bed, and turned around. Then, she started wandering around as though doing an inspection of the room. Okay. Oh, Natsu does what? I mean, I guess if this is true, then this series goes along in the lines of what I was saying then earlier, before this Rudolph theory. Right? Has to be. What is this inspection bullcrap though? Okay, so Shannon and the others clean it every day, but she's just making sure that he hadn't run out of any consumables, okay? Okay. 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 I do this every single time. Look at Natsu's face. Hey, Battler's here to save you, don't worry. Nephew, the goat. Madame always checks things very carefully.
チェックが細かく水場の消耗品一つ一つにまで及びます
Her inspection is very detailed, and she even checks all of the consumables in the washroom one by one.
つまりよくテレビドラマで見るような窓辺の埃だけじゃない水場の洗剤の残量やトイレのトイレットペーパーの残数さえ見る毎日でなくてもいいだろうダメなことさ
She even checks to see that there's enough soap and toilet paper in the washroom. Pretty devoted, if you ask me. It wouldn't kill you to skip a day from time to time. I mean, I like how he says like on TV, because you know he's saying that Eric is a third-rate detective. She only watches the TV you know, mysteries. She doesn't know how it actually works.
それが日課です一日たりとも当主様のお部屋のチェックに気の緩みがあってはなりません
I mustn't become complacent in my inspection of the head's room for even a single day. Okay, we get it. So from this, you're saying that Kinzo got up from bed and got out the study room, right? I get what she's saying, what trying to get to. Is that it?
それが何だって言うんですかもったいぶるのも大概にしてください
Please don't waste our time putting on airs. Okay, Erika, chill. Alright? Everyone else didn't listen to what you had to say earlier about not ruining the crime scene. They're not gonna listen to you now. Kitty has seen it.
もったいぶるのは探偵の特権でしょ
Oh! Oh! Isn't putting on airs the detectives, right? Yo! The embarrassment! To be fair, I was gonna say Berncastle should be embarrassed by this too, but Berncastle was laughing at Erika's prior embarrassment with Batter as well. So I guess the Berncastle doesn't mind her human self being embarrassed. I don't know, but she's the detective, but she's third rate, bro.
こうして書斎にいればわかるだろうが書斎という名で呼んではいるがここはもはや屋敷の中に存在するセカンドハウスと言ってもいい
Even though we call it the study, it wouldn't be wrong to call it the second house inside the mansion.
寝室があり書斎があり水場がありトイレも風呂もあるつまり一つの部屋じゃない一つの家と
It's not so much a room as it is a house. I get it.
書斎内の構造説明感謝ですしかしそのどこかに隠れるという手はすでに破られています
That's not what Batter's going for. However, the move of having him hide somewhere within it has already been defeated.
隠れはしないぞ
I love how Batter's now interacting with Dlanor from in this meta world, while also talking to everyone in the human world. It's weird, but it works.
だが資格はいくらでもある例えば夏日おばさんがトイレットペーパーの数を調べトイレに入っては夏日おばさんから書斎のほぼ全てが資格
If Aunt Nazi went into the bathroom to check the amount of toilet paper, most of the study would be out of her sight range.
つまり書斎のほぼ全域から観測者が消えたね
For almost every location in the study, the observer would have disappeared.
観測者消失金蔵が失態します
We've lost track of Kinzo!
金系書斎内に魔女の闇が充満せしこと申し上げかてます
For your attention, I beg to inform you that the witch's darkness is filling the study.
よいぞ闇の力が満ちてきた
Let's go, Batter. Keep playing the power of darkness. But this is not just about the power of darkness. It's the power of the blind spots, right? Because blind spots are spots you can't see, and they're dark. Because they're out of vision, so they're dark. So it's both the power of darkness and the power of... Because not just focus on seeing something else, you can see Kinzo doing other stuff. Darkness. Darkness!
観測者夏日がいなくなってからなんだとそれで
So what? Erika says.
じい様はようやく小うるさい夏日おばさんが姿を消したので起き上がる
When grandfather noticed that fussy Aunt Nazi finally leaving, he got up.
どうして？
Why?
このようなイカれた夜にイカれた天気の夜空をめでることに勝る酒の魚はないわ。
夏氷馬さんがトイレという資格にいる以上、じい様には書斎を自由に歩き回ることが可能なのです。
It was possible for him to move without Nazi's knowledge. It was possible for him to move without contradicting what Nazi knew.
警告！バトラが書斎扉に接近するであります。
Warning! Badger is approaching the study door!
近況。書斎扉のロック解除時に騒音が鳴り響くものなり。夏日に不審に思われずして扉より出ること可能。
Ah! Good! Good! Fair! That's a good blockage. Right? Because then you think, but then Kinzo could just leave the room without Nazi knowing. But the noise of opening the door, Nazi would have known. The observer would have known. Know that you cannot leave the door without drawing Nazi's suspicion. But what if the door was already opened? You cannot leave through. What do you mean? Be more specific. Can you leave through? Maybe this threat truth is saying that if the door is closed. If the door's already opened, what's wrong with leaving through the door without drawing Nazi's suspicion? What's wrong with that? Because Batter had acted as though he was heading for the door, Gertrude, who was sitting in the door, immediately issued a warning. Okay. Maybe it was possible for him to leave the study while in Nazi's blind spot. But she says through the door. What if it's already open? Does the red truth is that still valid for an open door? However,
そうよ。音よ。
the sound.
オートロックの解除には大きな音がするのを私たちは知っているわ。
What if it's already open though? This is just like the argument in the chapel. What if the chapel in episode 2 was open all along and Nazi didn't unlock the door to the chapel? Not Nazi, Rosa, sorry, in episode 2 didn't unlock the door to the chapel. It was opened all along. Rosa could have, and everyone else could have lied about the door to the chapel being closed. It was open all along. That completely breaks the locked room mystery of that door.
書斎内の死角にナチヒがいたとしても、オートロックを解除する時のあの大きな音は聞き逃さない。不審に思わないはずがない。
But what if the auto lock is already auto locked? That it's opened basically.
近辺、ナツヒは扉の開く音、在室中に聞くことはなかりけること申し上げ
We're good. We're good. I beg to inform you that Nazi did not hear the sound of the door opening while in the room. Cool. The door was already opened. How about that? For your attention, I beg to inform you that the door was locked after Nazi entered it and saw Kinzo in here. Give me that information. The washroom and the toilet are very close to the door. Even if they hadn't been, the auto lock always lets off such a massive sound. She'd be able to hear that sound no matter what. Nazi had already spoken with Erika and the others about the details of the previous night, and she had made it quite clear that nothing out of the ordinary had occurred. The argument that Nazi could have failed to hear the lock would not work. Come on, Batter, say it! The door is already opened, say it. Okay. Kinzo entering or exiting through the door will not be permitted. That's some bullcrap. I beg to inform you that this is a useless struggle. It is foolish in the extreme. I love how Batter in the human world is aware of the red, is seeing these archbishops and these inquisitors, yet he's still working in this meta world. It's weird. But hey, it works. I will allow it. It's true that I can't break through the red of that girl by the door. But what about you over there by the window? Aye, so Kinzo escaped through the window? That's the strat this time? Here's the thing with that. Someone would have then needed to lock the window though, right? Because the windows were locked. Because unless you're saying that... Yeah, because the theory that Kinzo left through the door, wouldn't that only work if Kinzo left through the study door and then Nazi left after him and closed the door and then Eva put the receipt there? Right? Unless you're saying that Kinzo left through the window and then while Nazi was doing her routine checkups, she also locked the window because she noticed it was open. She was like, I locked the window this time. Maybe. That is what I guess that is the one other explanation you have, is that Nazi also locked the window behind without noticing that Kinzo had left the study. That is the other explanation, sure. Dead of the grave, more fear. Turning his back to Gertrude, who claimed that leaving through the door was impossible, Battler locked his gaze on Cornelia, who stood in front of the window. And she's making that face. What? Uptight. Or else you're gonna be but the bus set flying. By now, Battler's target was clear. It was Cornelia. And it was the window. He was going to smash this locked room from the window. Not expecting to be chosen as the target herself, Cornelia was overawed for just a second, but she quickly regained her composure. Although it was rare, it happened sometimes that a witch struggling to flee would directly target the one setting up the barriers. And it was always the witch's last futile resistance at the brink of death. Okay. I asked that you be on your guard. God have pity on this foolish lamb. I'm no lamb. Hey, I'm no lamb. I'm an eagle. Don't think you can keep me shut up in the study forever with just a flimsy window like that. Starting from a low posture, both silent and supple, Battler ran forward like a white leopard. Whew! To the window! This guy couldn't possibly mean to... Well, that your wish will not be granted. Cornelia thrust out both her arms and drew a sign. When she did, a red barrier blocked the way ahead of Battler. Okay. Nazi did not help Kinzo to escape, because Nazi was not aware that Kinzo even escaped to begin with. Alright. Windows are sealed from the inside. Alright. So Kinzo unsealed the windows because he's inside. Jumped out the window, or had a ladder. Someone set up a ladder below him. Went down the window. And Nazi then locked the window because she wasn't aware that Kinzo escaped. We're good. What if grandfather snuck out, keeping it a secret from Nazi? Why would Kinzo go out the window on his own? I don't need to explain.
一段くらい飛ばすこともあるで金蔵なら3階くらい
3 stories is nothing for Kenzo. Alright. That's ridiculous. That I'm not gonna lie, this is where realistically this theory kind of breaks apart for me. Unless there was a ladder there. Kenzo jumps out the third story window at his age. Bro, he's good. He's gone. He's good. There ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. I'm sorry, Nazi. I'm trying to be on your side here, but ain't no way, bro. Anyway, I won't put it past him. Sure, Nanjo. Hey, you know what? Anything for the W. As long as you get the W. I'm not gonna argue. Alright? But it's valid, so good game. He doesn't need to explain how he survived or how he didn't break his legs. Blue cracks appeared in Cornelius' red barrier and he chattered with a crisp sound. It was all far too quick. It looked almost as though she'd gone out of the way herself in fear of Battler. Yeah, Cornelia ain't got nothing on Battler. Alright, keep simping for Gertrude, maybe one day you'll make it to my level. That's the soundtrack! That's the soundtrack! Endless 9! 99.99999. Yes, Endless 9, great. Magic resistance, Endless 9! Wow. 9. Okay, sure. The soundtrack and also 99.99999, Endless 9.
コーネリア様防げません退避を
You can't block it, retreat! At the same time, the barrier shattered. The window behind Cornelia's back was flung open. The curtains fluttered for just an instant. Though it was all filled with rain, the heavens and the courtyard were spread out in front of them. A fitting exit for an eagle leaping out from this locked room! A one-winged eagle. Cornelia reapplied the barrier. How can she do that? Know that you will not succeed in breaching this window. Cornelia quickly came back to her senses and set up another red barrier. However, this was the last one. Go on. Uh-huh. Oh my god! Do better than this! If you already come this far, do better. The window's locked from the inside. Do better, do better. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Cornelia? Garbage. ダメだな。全然ダメだ。Kinsman Battler grinned. Let's go, tag team. Look at this. This is a whole wallpaper in and of itself. She thought this feeble red could block the charge of Battler and Kinzo, the two family heads. She then approached the window, realized that it was wide open, and quickly closed and locked it. There we go. Just put a lid in, alright. Pathetic barrier from Cornelia. Anyone could have broken that one. Ah. Nazi probably couldn't even imagine that I'd slipped out the window. Ah. So it's only natural that Nazi thought grandfather sleeping in bed. Wrecked. Destroyed. Get out of here. Now that Battler had found the answer, the red barrier was more fragile than thin glass. The red magical wall of certainty had been smashed again, so easily that it disgraced the name of certainty itself. Can it be believed? That barrier was more firm than any shield Ronove had ever used against Jessica. What? Wow. Against Jessica. Wow, okay. In episode 4, you mean? Whew. Alright. And yet it had been destroyed so easily. Though Battler was charging furiously forward and had almost reached Cornelia, she didn't step aside. Her steel spirit, worthy of the name Eiserne Jungfrau, didn't allow her to step aside. She took a talisman from her pocket, placed it in thin air and drew a sign. Then, not red, but blue burned there. Though it was far more frail than the red barrier, it was her last method of resistance. Are you gonna provide a blue truth? How could a wingless human escape from the window? He jumped off. Or there was a ladder set up. Or he jumped off. Again, he does not need to explain how he managed to survive jumping off unscathed. Oh! What a scream from Battler! This is the answer! Here he comes. Look at that. Look at that. With just a little wing there. I mean, maybe it's the presence of a wing. Maybe not. Coming in with the full blue light, speeding past. Battler coming in. Bada bim, bada boom. This is the answer. Whoa. Battler flew. He burst through Cornelia's blue barrier, smashing it away, and his body flew out the window into the darkness of the rainy sky. Hello, your dream. Okay. New soundtrack. He's out. The fragments of the blue barrier scattered, leaving blue dust in their wake, coloring the air beautifully. The locked room had been smashed open. Battler had jumped from the mansion. He was in the sky above the rainy courtyard. All of the raindrops had become small round gems that were scattered through the air. Battler was floating through the jewelry box world of this beautiful stormy sky filled with countless raindrop gems. Oh. Well, Dlanor? What's up, Dlanor? What now? In the sky of a world frozen in time, Dlanor and Battler face each other. Alright, 1v1 time. This Battler, who had smashed and flown out the window, was like a knight leaping off a white horse. White horse? That's been mentioned before regarding Battler. Battler said he wanted to save Shannon on a white horse, right? Yeah, I remember that. Now it's been mentioned again that he's like a knight leaping off a white horse. Okay. And then Dlanor, who floated in the air waiting for him, was also a knight. In the air above the courtyard, surrounded by the Shiromiya mansion and frozen in time, the true new head of the Shiruma family and the disciple of heaven who would test him cross paths. A true martyr. Thank you. I am impressed, Shiromiya Battler. Dlanor Nox. I am death sentence Dlanor.
みすみすと流すことができません。最後に我がたちにあなたと交える栄誉を与えたまえ。
Now at the end, allow me the honor of crossing swords with you.
ああ歓迎してやるこのゲーム案外甘くないぜ
This game isn't as easy as it looks. I've done it for 4 episodes now. This is the 5th time, don't worry. I know what I'm doing. In this world where the gems of rain fell slowly like large snowflakes on a snowy field, Dlanor and Battler slowly cross paths. It seems slow, and yet it happened in a flash. Whew. Their gazes crossed and clashed like lightning. When night confronts night, it is always head on and decided in a single strike. Oh, blue and red cross paths. Oh. Dlanor artwork. Yo, versus Battler. This is cool. Let's look at this for a little bit. Woo. Alright. Single strike. Who wins this, y'all? Who you got? Where's your money at? Who put your money? Who you got? I got Battler.
書斎内に待つ日の仕掛けが存在することがあらかじめ示されましたが、示されていないならばこの推理も許されません。
She's using Nox. I mean, she is Dlanor A Nox, to be fair. She's using Nox to argue against Battler. Nox commandments. Was the existence of Nox's blind spot within the study depicted beforehand? If it was not, the study is impermissible. Yes, it was. It has already been said beforehand that the study is big and that it has a washroom. It's already been depicted that it's a house within a mansion. It's already been depicted. This has been done since all the way back in episode 1. So I won't have that, Dlanor. Your Nox commandment about how it needed to be depicted beforehand for it to be valid, that doesn't work here. Nox is 8th, okay? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. Your Nox doesn't work in this case. It is forbidden for the case to be resolved with clues that are not presented. That doesn't work in this case. That doesn't work. The house in the mansion, the study being a house, has already been presented before, so that doesn't work. Battler wins that. We also get to see her short sword, right? We see her long sword and her short sword, because I believe she has 2 swords, right? That's what it said in her character file. Dlanor's double strike with both the blue and red blades sliced at Battler and missed. That won't work. Oh, they're both long swords, okay. But I knew she had 2 swords, that's for sure. Those long swords, which had never lost in 100 battles, cut through the empty air. In 100 battles? Well, this is your first L. Dlanor, time to take an L. It was. Not just this episode, but in previous episodes as well. So, none of that. Sorry, little miss. More red for me to write down, though, huh? For the first time, Dlanor showed an expression. It was a soft smile. She had known since long ago that the study structure had been mentioned. But she tried again. She tried. But she couldn't let him escape without making a single strike. As an Inquisitor, she could not do that. So though she had known that she wouldn't make it, she had still crossed swords with Battler. And lost. Take your L. The first L your 2 longswords have taken in 100 battles. Take it. Firmly. I'll hand it to you. That answer of yours doesn't violate Nox's 8th commandment. No, it doesn't. We win. I hope you're ready. In Battler's hand was a blade that shone red. That blade etched out the red truth. Battler's gonna use red? What? He did tell him to come, so alright. With the red truth. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Kinzo's study was a small villa he had created inside the mansion. This has already been stated before. A study, a book archive, a place to sleep, and a bathroom and washroom. It was divided into multiple rooms. Therefore, there are plenty of blind spots for an observer. That was already presented, and it suggests that room-sized blind spots can exist within the study. This is true. Without any mercy, no. Without any reluctance, that would have been dishonorable. The sword of red truth cut into Dlanor. Its sharp trail cut the countless gem drops, filling the sky into beautiful hemispheres. Time exploded into life. Both of them fell through the courtyard. One drifted down, the other tumbled through the air. Then there was a soft sound and a dull thud. The first was the sound of batter landing gently in the courtyard. The second was the sound of Dlanor crashing down. Dlanor comes crashing down. I'm singing JoJo opening, sorry. The latest opening. Heaven's falling down. Oh, it works! I just noticed it works in this context. So the opening is called Heaven's Falling Down. Because, I mean, Pucci in episode... not in episode, but in part 6 of JoJo wanted to reach heaven, right? So this kind of works, right? Because the opening is called Heaven's Falling Down, but now we have Dlanor, who, you know, is a heavenly servant, an inquisitor, and she's falling down. So, Heaven's falling down. The song works. Yo, you should have that song playing in this scene. That would work perfectly. It literally works perfectly. Great opening though. Should listen to it again. I love that opening. Good opening. After crouching down for a while, Battler slowly stood up. Though he had jumped down from the third floor, he had landed as slightly as though he had merely jumped over a fence. Hey, Berto. Yeah, now I've repaid the debt in slightly repaid the debt in episode 3 when you saved me from Evatrice. All right, happy. Getting that back to you. Beto leaned out of the study window, looking to see if the supposedly wingless batter had landed safely. I'm good. Come on, jump! The study was no longer a locked room. She could jump from here, escape from here. The locked room which had threatened to capture the witch and suffocate her had now been destroyed. Kinzo's form became a group of gold butterflies and disappeared. The locked room barrier had dissolved, and the power which denies magic had scattered. Beato ran towards the window. That was the only exit from the locked room of the witch hunt. After glancing at the Inquisitors and the Chiesa sisters, she readied her wound-covered body and ran towards the window, just like Battler had done. She looked like Cinderella running as she heard the bell toll. Well, she is, unless you have a counter argument. Just saying. Erika flew at Beato, trying to grab onto her as she dashed away. But it was like trying to catch smoke, and Erika landed face first on the floor. That's embarrassing! There's no way a human can catch a witch. For one such as her, without love. Oh! Even touching. Wait. For one such as her, without love. Oh! Even touching Beato was impossible. Erika, you don't have love? Is that what's happening here? Why don't you have love, Erika? Isn't that the famous line? Without love, you can't see it? Why can't you see it, damn? I was told this in previous parts as well. Yo, Ahmed, you don't have love, you can't see it. Alright.
システ隊魔女を撃って撃ち殺して照準抵触せず発砲不可
That's embarrassing, Erika. That's embarrassing.
金系バトラの青き真実を防げる結界の準備東方になしなり
Both Chester 00 and Gertrude spoke with unbelievably calm voices.
誰も止められないあとで忍者のベアトリーチェのこいつらを受け出した私演出
Yeah, your checkmate was premature. Premature checkmate.
この探偵フルダ
You're third rate. Damn, that's crazy. You care more about that than the deaths that have actually happened so far. You're twisted. I see now why the visual novel narrator called you someone who had no love. Erika crouched, screaming and clutching at her head.
天下の黄金の魔女がジジイの神臭い書斎ごときで打ち破られてるんじゃねえ。まだ第一の番だろうが新参どもにお前のゲームが甘くないってことを思い知らせてやれ。
It's still just the first Twilight. Show these newcomers that your game isn't that easy. Just like Battler, Beato also jumped. Oh! She drifted down. She drifted down through the gem drop jewelry box world into Battler's chest. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Look at that. That's another wallpaper. Holy crap! The amount of frigging wallpapers Umineko has. This is a good one too. This is a really good one. Oh! Battler grabbing hold onto Beato, jumping off the window. Dang! Alright. High quality. High quality. This is good. Wow. Wow. Alright, that's cool. Battler caught her with both arms as though catching an angel's wings. Oh. It was like a knight catching a princess who had been locked up in a tower. Like a beautiful picture of a scene in some fairy tale. I mean... But wait, wasn't Battler... This whole thing about Battler being a knight, wasn't that connected to Shannon? I'm just saying! You know, my theory about Shannon being Beato, you know, fits with this whole knight princess stuff going on right here. Because Battler was saying that Battler said that he was gonna save Shannon with a white horse coming like a knight, right? He's kind of fulfilled it here a little bit. I'm just saying, it connects. Just saying. But I mean, George is gotta be jealous though if that's true, because George is the one that's supposed to be with Shannon. So I don't get it. But hey, Battler did say that. Embarrassment from 6 years ago, to be fair, but it is, yeah. You think you're in love? Well, I mean, clearly they're the ones that are in love. You can't butt in, alright? Beato's the one. He steals the man from you. That's too bad, Gop. Battler is Beato's man. That's rough for you. You gotta find a different man. Tough.
こういうやつばっかりね。
後ろ宮金蔵の破天荒を記す。書斎の魔導書の数に負けない長い波乱の物語が書けるでしょう。その次の当主の物語を記す価値が大いにありそうだ。いえいえ、もう記しておりますと。
Yeah.
それは長い長い物語。
The demons giggled on top of the roof, holding umbrellas. Then they quietly looked down over the two in the courtyard. You're still a doll in the meta world, you know that, Beato? You're still a doll. So gotta fix yourself over there.
お前のゲームで何回鍛えられたと思ってんだ。
In shock, Beato actually praised Battler as he held her in his arms. Battler laughed in his usual carefree way. I mean, Beato's not used to being on the blue side, so Battler, with experience, got tough, huh? Was able to do this.
こんなことがありえないありえない。
Impossible? Well, I don't know about that. Erika looked down from the window and clenched her teeth, still clutching at her head. Still holding Beato in his arms, Battler grinned back.
エリカ、
何ですか。
黄金の魔女の謎はお前には触れてはならない。俺がこいつはな、俺たち二人のまあ、ベアと
That riddle belongs to the two of us, right, Beato? Okay, okay. Even though you only solved it because of Erika, so I don't know.
わらわの謎はそう
Come on, now's not the time to get embarrassed. Come on now.
そう
Yo? As Battler gave her a mischievous grin, Beato's face turned uncharacteristically red. Alright, so a romance story is building up here between the two of them. That is kind of, but, alright. But even so, she spoke with a refreshingly bright expression while laughing loudly.
わらわの謎はそなただけのものだ。後ろ宮バトラー。他の誰にも解かせてはやらぬ。
I won't let anyone else solve it. Well, I mean, you let Erika solve it. And Eva. What's that about?
こいつめ、ふざけたこと言いやがって。
Battler snorted, amused that Beato had said something so unlike her. And, still holding Beato in his arms, he spun around in a kind of waltz. What the hell? Yo, this love is really blooming right now. If Beato really is Shannon, then George, hey yo, I mean he's dead. Oh no! Why would she kill George then? I mean, anyway. And what does canon have to do with it then? I don't get it. But you know, I don't have love, so I can't see it. I bet that's what you're about to say, right? Yeah, haha, funny. The falling gem drops celebrated their overcoming of this trial.
3階の窓から飛び降りて無事飛び降りて密室を脱出。ふざけてます。こんなの推理じゃない。めちゃくちゃです。
If Battler had at least been seriously injured and writhing in the mud, Erika might still have had some ground to stand on. she might have been able to claim that Kinzo couldn't have jumped down with his whole body and gotten away unscathed. See, that's what I think as well, but I mean, hey yo, listen, I'll give them the W. I'm not really here too much about the semantics of it, but I do think that Natsu's still hiding Kinzo. However, Battler stood calmly in the courtyard, looking up at Erika with the dignity of the victor.
皆さん、もう一度聞きますけど、
You're even crying now? Disgraceful.
こんなのありえませんよね。人間が3階の窓から飛び降りて平然と降り立つなんて、そんなのあるわけがない。
I mean, I guess there is a way if there's like a, you know, if someone cushioned him from below, the ladder that Rudolph used was used here in this context as well. You know what I mean? Maybe Nazi was unaware, but someone from the outside knew Kinzo was planning to escape without Nazi's knowledge. So, yeah, in that sense, yeah. But straight jumping out? Nah.
そうでしょ、みんな。ましてよ、老体の金蔵さんが3階から飛び降りてみせるなんて、こんなの推理じゃない。
Erika tried to get everyone's agreement and somehow turn things around. But the responses were no different from how they had been a short while ago. They just ignored her again.
金蔵さんならありえますな。
親父ならやりかね
お父様だものね。
To be fair, Angie did do a similar thing where she literally jumped all. Yeah, what about that, Amin? Angie did something even crazy. She jumped out of a skyscraper and survived. But she hit several things landing down, which softened the landing and made it a clean landing. Still kind of crazy. But I do think that Angie's jumping off the skyscraper and surviving, I do think that's crazier than Kinzo surviving this third story jump.
武勇伝の多いお人や。それくらいじゃ驚きもせんで。
あんたたち、頭も正気もどうかしてんじゃないですか。
Erika, give it up. Take the L.
いずれにせよ、あなたの密室議論は完璧ではなくってね。
Hey, yo, that embarrassment is crazy. Not only the servants, but the family members also agreed. They all agreed that there would be nothing strange about Kinzo jumping down from a third floor window. Just who in the world is this Ushirima Kinzo person? Alright.
まあ60点というところか。
Hey, give me 100.
若かりし日の金蔵なら、もう少し派手にやってみせるぞ。もうひとひねり欲しいところだ。
I saved you. Don't no none of that. None of this.
おお、どの程度にひねる？
そのわらわを抱いたまま飛び降りるくらいはやりかねえ。
Uh-huh. Is that what you wanted? That's what you were hoping for?
わかった。次の機会には抱いたまま飛び降りてみせる。
Better give me 100 points then.
やれるものならやってみよう。
Beato's voice went very shrill, and she gulped. Then her body suddenly became a group of gold butterflies and crumbled away. Bye. It was because many people had rushed up to the window, and she was being bathed with gazes filled with the anti-magic toxin. Beato's body became invisible to them and melted into the air. So to their eyes, it appeared that Bat was standing all alone out in the courtyard.
バトラー、大丈夫か？
ご無事そうです。よかった。
It looks like he's alright. Thank goodness. Okay, Shannon. Shannon, Miss Beato. Totally. Yes, Dlanor, take your first L in 100 battles, or at least your swords do. Take it.
では主催の彼らのために私 の書斎の密室でいかにして金蔵が逃れたのか、その最後の青き真実を。
There was no pain in Dlanor's expression. Pleasure and pain never showed up on her face in the first place. However, she used her long sword as a crutch as she struggled to her feet, so it was easy to tell that she had taken heavy damage. And despite her lack of an expression, you could tell that this was a loss she could accept. Battler and Dlanor turned to face each other. As though readying herself, Dlanor quietly closed her eyes, but she still stood tall and maintained her air of dignity. This is my OW! The blue power gathered. Battler slowly approached Dlanor. Then, he faced the rainy sky and yelled out the blue truth. This battle is over. This! Erika, by the way, this is how you do a checkmate. Bang. The blue wedge flashed through the courtyard along with a blue bolt of lightning and roared down towards Dlanor's forehead as she stared up at the sky. A massive blue wedge which looked like a pillar was above Dlanor's forehead and had stopped with its tip just slightly touching her. It didn't run her through. It made no mark larger than being poked with a pencil. When Battler snapped his fingers, the blue wedge shattered and became a shower of translucent gems. No, drops of rain that poured down over the courtyard. Dlanor sat down in an absent sort of way. Amidst the thunder and rain, the successor to the Shirima family faced the people staring down from the study and spread his arms wide. Now, further Eric is welcomed. You like being embarrassed? Or you like how this is not a third-rate mystery like how you thought it was? Good. Battler and Beato both looked calmly up at Erika, who couldn't contain that evil laugh. You think? Well, if you think this is good stuff, then come back for more next part, Lambda, because this is where I ended. Because we've been going for long enough now. This has been a long chapter, by the way. Can I just say that? This has been a long chapter of Umineko. Chapter, what are we on now? 10 or 11? Whoo, we've been going on for I think it's this part plus last part plus a little bit of the part before that, and the chapter is still going. By the way, we still haven't gotten the glass break and a new chapter, so long chapter here of Umineko. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This part of Umineko when they cry. I'll see you guys next time for more. Battler came in strong this part with his Blue Truth. Helping out Nazi, helping out Beato. The romance between Battler and Beato is getting stronger. It's been hinted so far already, but it's getting stronger and stronger. Alright. Seems like we may be getting some interesting, you know, smoochies by the end of this visual novel. I don't know why I said that. But maybe. Alright, and yeah. The riddle is just for Battler to solve, nobody else. I hope you guys have enjoyed this day. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading it. And peace!